Yes, hello everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone? Okay. Okay. Let's just wait for 2 3 minutes. Right. Let us wait for everyone to join, and we will just start in 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, till then, guys, you can tell me from where do you belong and what are you doing currently? What is your college name and what graduation you are pursuing? So you can just let me know. Varanasi, okay. Pune, yes. BCA, okay. Bihar, right. Pune, okay. Faridabad, कर्नाटक, अयोध्या, पुणे. सर्टिफिकेट कहाँ मिलेगा? सर्टिफिकेट इस वेबिनार के बाद आपको एक क्विज अटेम्प्ट करनी पड़ेगी और उस क्विज के बाद आपको सर्टिफिकेट मिल जाएगा. ओके, जयपुर, पुणे, ओडिशा, असम, उत्तराखंड, जॉर्जिया, यूएसए. ओके, नाइस. पुणे, जयपुर, सांगोला, भोपाल, चेन्नई. Why yesterday's class cancelled? Yesterday's class was not cancelled. Okay, yesterday was our holiday for Dasera. So our marketing team got some confusion about the holidays. So yesterday's boot camp was not organized. Uganda, okay. Yes, very good evening. Nanded, okay. Where we will get our certificate after class. After this class, you have to give one quiz, and after giving that quiz, you will get your certificate. We will not discuss about the generative AI in today's session. The objective of today's session is to build a to-do app with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yes, I told you we will build a to-do app today with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Right. जावा प्लस डी ऐसे करने से जॉब लग जाएगी. यस, ठीक है. क्यों नहीं लगेगी? कुछ सीखोगे तो जॉब मिलेगी. परभनी, ओके. वेयर will be the link of quiz gets posted in the chat box only. Okay, so in the chat box only you will get the quiz link and you can give that quiz. How much time? Okay, this webinar will be of 50 to 55 minutes only. Yes, those who are in first semester, first year, everyone can attend this webinar. ईएनटीसी ब्रांच के लिए कौन से कोर्सेज इंपॉर्टेंट है? फॉर ईएनटीसी ब्रांचेस आई विल सजेस्ट यू टू टेक एम्बेडेड कोर्सेज like IoT, okay, embedded systems. How to enter into data analytics? Learn the analytics tools like Excel, Power BI, Tableau. Okay. Yes, we will. Yes, it is beginner friendly, right? Okay. Okay. So Let us start with this session. Okay, in this session, we will cover HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Right, so I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, React session is not today. React session is on 5th of October. Okay, today is only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript session. React will be covered in the 5th October session. Yes, okay. So my screen is visible or not? Just give me a confirmation. Right. Okay, so what I will do, I'll first go to the desktop. Okay. And in the desktop, I'll just make one folder. Okay, and folder name will be to do app. Right. So this is our folder name to do app. Right. And we have to open this folder inside our code editor. So in this session, I'm going to use VS Code. Okay. Because VS Code is good for doing web development things and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so I'll open my folder into VS Code, right? So you can see here, my to-do app folder is opened in VS Code. Okay, you can trust the folder. Okay, you can close this Copilot. Right, let us close these welcome screens. Okay, so this console will appear to you, right? Now in this folder, we have to make two files first. So first I'll make index.html. Okay, dot html. Okay, this is our first file, and our second file will be script.js. Okay, for applying the JavaScript, right? So my code mainly consists of a HTML file and a JavaScript. Okay, I'll make the structure with this HTML file. Okay, so first of all, I'll give some boilerplate code. Okay, so by typing the exclamation mark, you can give one boilerplate code. Okay, you can give the title to your document. So you can give to do app. Okay, and then we have to embed this JavaScript inside our HTML document. Okay, so for that I'll give the script tag. Okay, so just write the script and one tag will be auto completed by VS Code. Now inside this we have to give one src source attribute, and source will be our script.js file. Now you can click on this go live button. So what go live will do, it will run your HTML code inside the browser. Okay, so I've clicked on go live, and you can see my project is running on port, this port. And uh, and why I'm getting this text to speech converter. uh, okay, let us open this inside the Chrome, right? Okay, so you can see the title of my page is to do app, and my page is empty for now, right? So if our page is empty, let us give something to our page. Okay, so we have to make a to do app. So in to do app, what you will do, you will create a form. Okay, and why we are making a form, so that I can give a input. So I can give one label for to do. Okay, here I can write enter your to do. Okay, and after this I will give one input. Okay, and input type will be text. Let us go back. Okay, refresh it. Okay, I'll turn on the auto save feature. Okay, so now my code will be automatically saved. Okay, now you can see I have one label, okay, with this input, right? Now I'll keep things side by side. Okay, I'll keep this window here and I'll keep my code here, right? Now let us open the console also so I can check my JavaScript code. So click on inspect, right click inspect and go to console, right? So this is our console, okay. And here I also need one submit button. So I will make one input, okay, with the type submit, okay. So you can see one submit button is also there. And now what I have to do, I have to take this input inside my JavaScript, okay. So on this form, okay, whenever this form is submitted, so I'll give one on submit event, okay. Why I am giving this on submit event? Because whenever my form is submitted, okay, whenever I will click this submit button, so what should happen? So I will tell inside this on submit attribute. So inside the script.js, I will make one function get to do, okay. So in this function get to do, what we will do, we will take this input data. And for taking this input data, I will give one ID, okay, and I will give this ID as to do input. Okay, why we are giving this ID? Because I want to target this input in JavaScript. Now here I will just give one console log. Okay. So what is console log? Console log is simply printing statement in JavaScript. Okay, and here I will print hello. Now what we need to do? Okay, we need to check now, right? So if I click on submit, so you can see my form is submitting, right? And on submitting this form, we need to call one function, that is get to do function, which we have implemented in JavaScript. Right now, if I click on submit, so you can see hello is coming, but it is going instantly. Okay, and why it is going from the screen? Because my web page is refreshing whenever I am submitting this form. Okay, so now what to do in this case? Okay, we have one event parameter whenever a event is triggered. So we can take this event parameter. Okay, and in this event parameter, I can call the prevent default function. Okay, so I can write event dot prevent default. So what it will do, it will prevent the default behavior of my form. Means what is the default behavior of the form? It is refreshing, okay, whenever I am submitting. But now if I submit it, okay, now also it is giving me event dot prevent default. Okay, I have misspelled the spelling, so default. Okay, now if I click on submit, so you can see hello is printing and now my form is not refreshing, right? So now what we can do, okay, now I want to take this input data inside this JavaScript, inside the console. So what we will do here, okay, I will write document. Okay, now what is document? Document is a global inside JavaScript. So document object refers to this HTML document that we have created. Okay, so inside this document, what we need to do? So inside this document, I need to get element by ID. Okay, so I will get one element by ID from this page or document. And what is the ID? To do input. So simply I will write here to do input. Okay, and this will be in strings. Okay, so don't forget it. Now let us see if I type something here and if I click on submit. So you can see I'm getting that input, right, with this ID to do input. And what you have to do, I have to take the value of this input. So I will write dot value. So now if I click, now if I enter anything and if I click on submit, so you can see I'm getting this value of input inside my JavaScript. Okay. Now if you're getting inside the JavaScript, so what you need to do? You have to make one array now. So I will make one array lat to do's is equals to one empty array. Okay. So inside this empty array, I'll save all my to-dos, right? So what we can do? Okay, so I can use the push method. Okay, so we have one push method. So I can write to-dos dot push. Okay, and what we need to push inside the to-do document dot get element by to-do and okay the value, right? Now what is the next thing we have to do? Okay, we will empty our this input to do input, right? So once more I'll copy this line. Okay, and here I can assign it to empty strings, right? So now let us see what will happen. Now if I enter some to do and if I click on submit, so you can see my input is automatically deleted, right? So that is why I have written this line number 5. Okay, so its value should be empty strings after submitting it. Okay, now after all these things, what we need to do? We need to make one function. So I will make one function and this function will be display to dos. So this function will display to dos inside my document, right? So here what we need to do? I will make one div, okay, one container, and I will give one ID. So this will be a container, right? So I have given the ID container. So we will target our container here. So document dot get element by ID, the same method, okay, get element by ID, and we can give the container here. So my container is targeted, and I will empty my container every time, okay, whenever we will display to dos, right? So dot inner HTML should be empty. Now what I can do? So to dos is the array, okay. So I can run map method on the to dos, okay. So map method will take a callback function. So I will make one arrow function here, and every time I will get one to do. Now here what we need to do? Okay, we will make certain elements. So const first we will make one paragraph. So p okay is equals to document dot. Now I will use create element method. So which element we have to create? P tag, right? Now p dot inner HTML. Okay, we can assign this to my to do. And before creating a p, let us create one div also. Okay, so const let us say div or to do div is equals to document dot create element, and here we can make one div. Okay, so p dot inner HTML is equals to do. We will also make one button to delete the to do. So const button is equals to document dot create element, and here I can write button. Okay, now I can give button dot inner text or inner HTML. Okay, inside the button, what we have to show? One delete sign, right? So I can give the delete sign by putting some emoji. Okay, so I'll cross emoji I need. Okay, so this is the perfect emoji. Okay, now at last, what I need to do now? Okay, I'll append everything inside the div. So div dot append child. So first we will put our p inside the div, and then we will put our button inside the div, right? Then I will append the whole div inside my container. Okay, so I'll copy this line, and here I'll paste it. Okay, so document dot get element by ID container, and inside the container I want to append the child, and it is a method. And what child I have to append? Div, right? So now let us see what will happen now if I give any to do and if I click on submit. Okay, so you can see nothing is coming here. Okay, and let us see this. Yes, why nothing is coming here? Because we need to call this display to do's method inside this get to do. Okay, after the to do is pushed and after my input is empty, here I will display my to do's. Okay, so here I will call that method. Now let us see. Now if I type something and if I click on submit, So you can see my to-do is coming. Okay. Once again, if I type submit, if I click on submit, so to-do is coming. Once again, if I type something, click on submit. So now every time, every to-do is coming, right? Now we have to implement this delete functionality, right? So how we will delete it? Through this button. So let us give one event listener on this button. So button dot, you can also give on click. Okay, so whenever this button is clicked, so we need to make one callback function. Okay, and sorry, I just mistyped it. Okay, so this will be a function. Okay, I'm making it as an anonymous function. So inside this function, what we need to do? We need to remove to do. Okay, so this is another function that I will implement. So here we need to pass the index. Okay, our index of the array. So here let us give some index. Now let us implement this function. So function remove to do. Okay, this will take the index. And here what I will do, to do's dot splice. Okay, splice is a method. So what is the start number index and how many elements you want to delete? Delete count. So one element. And after this, once again, I will run my display to do's method. Right. So now you can see now if I type something and if I click on submit, so it is coming, and if I click on remove button, it is also deleting. Right. So this is how I have implemented a basic to-do list. So buy milk, okay, do your homework, okay, and you can also delete these to-dos, right? So I guess up till here things are clear to everyone. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask me. Inside the code, you have any doubt? कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर है? ठीक, कोड एडिटर बोलते हैं उसको, सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं बोलते हैं। वीएस कोड यूज कर रहा हूं मैं। ठीक है, जैसे आप सी प्लस प्लस के लिए डेव सी यूज करते हो। ठीक है सर, कोड वॉज वेरी लेंथी। Code is not lengthy. Okay. Code is very small. You can see only 30 lines of code. 30 lines of code are lengthy for you. Sir, can we add more functionality in the to do? Yes, of course. Okay, one more functionality, one more feature we are going to implement. Okay, just understand this basic code first. Yes, you will get the quiz link at the end of this session. So wait for half hour, and after the half an hour, you will get the link. Yes, just review this code, have a look at this code, okay, then ask the doubts. Okay, thank you, Satyadev. Thanks for your feedback. Sir, how to remember the syntax? If you want to remember the syntax of any programming language, you have to practice that programming language very hard. Okay, so if you practice daily, you will get the syntax. After completing this, can you provide the code? Yes, of course, I will give you the code. Okay. It is just a dynamic website, not an app. Yes, you are right. Okay. It has backend? No, it will not consist of backend. Sir, what if I just use Chat GPT, like create a to-do list or app within 2 minutes? Yes, you can create the code within 2 minutes, but how you will make an application? Chat GPT can give you code, no doubt. Okay. But for building an application, Chat GPT cannot help you. Quiz will be conducted on our LMS, on our portal. So you will get the quiz link shortly. Okay. Okay. So now we can move to the next step. So what is the next step? Let us see. Where is my app? Okay. So now you can see if I'm entering some to do and if I clicking on submit. Okay. So you can see to do is there, but if I refresh it, okay, you can see to dos are gone, right? So now I want to remember these to dos. Okay, whatever someone is creating, I need to remember all these to dos. So what we can do, I can click on inspect. Okay, and let us expand this tab. So inside the developer tools, you have one application tab. Okay. Inside the application tab, you can see browser provides you some kind of storages. Okay. You can see local storage is there, session storage is there, extension storage is there, right? Cache storage is there, cookies are also stored in the browser. Okay. So all the website related data can be stored inside this storage which is provided by the browser for you. Okay. So what you need to do, we will use this local storage. Okay. So what is local storage? Local storage is my website storage. So whatever I am doing here, I can store everything inside this local storage. Okay. So that is the next thing I am going to implement. I am going to save all my to-dos inside my local storage. So here, what I will do, I will not assign it a default value of empty array. Okay, now let us see where we want to save our to-dos. So I guess after appending it here, we can save our to-dos, right? So here I can write local storage. So you can see local storage is also a global built-in, and local storage have two methods: get item and set item. So with the help of set item, we can set some items in our local storage. So it is asking me the key. So our key will be to-dos. Okay. And what is the second parameter? It is asking the value. So the our value will be JSON dot stringify. Okay. So I'll convert it into a string. Then I will save my to-dos, and here I will pass my to-dos. Right. And now let us check. Okay. So if local storage dot get item, and let us give the string to-dos. So now if we already have some to-dos inside our local storage, so what I will do, I will assign to-dos is equals to local storage dot get item, and it will be to-dos, right? And for this, I need to convert this local storage into JSON. Okay, so here I can use JSON dot parse. Okay, we will parse all the JSON. Then in the else, if there are no to-dos, so we will pass to-dos as an empty strings. Sorry, not empty strings, empty array. Okay. So now let us see if our code works. So now if I add buy milk, enter, you can see one to do is stored in your local storage, buy milk. Okay, let us add some more. So buy clothes, let us hit enter. So you can see another to do is added. Okay, now if I refresh it, okay, now they are going, but they are still here inside my application. Okay, I got it. So we need to add one more line of code here. Okay, so what is that line? So todos.json dot parse, and then we have to call our display todos method. Okay, for displaying the to-dos on the screen. So now you can see my two to-dos are there and here also. And now if I refresh on my screen, so you can see our to-dos are still there. Okay, do homework, one more to do, right? And here I can also delete them. So if I click on delete, so you can see from local storage, they are also deleted, right? So this is how you can local storage, how much? I didn't get your question. So this is how you can make a dynamic to-do app, okay, in which you can always add and remove to-dos from your app, right? Okay, any doubts for anyone? Sir, website name. Which website name you are asking? Okay, now I'll share this code with you. Yes, we every 2 and 3 days we have a webinar on different topics. Okay, so we cover every topic in our webinars. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I want to share this code with you. So for that, I'll use code share, okay, as a platform. So code share is a very good platform. Okay, here I can share the code with you in real time. So you can see how. So I will go to my VS code. Okay, first I will give you the HTML code. Okay, so this is the HTML code. Okay, then okay, or I'll just embed the script inside this script tag. Okay, so that will be much easier for you to run. Okay, so I'll delete this src. Okay, and I'll paste my JavaScript code here. Okay, so Control A, copy and paste it. Right. Now I will click on share. Okay, I'll copy this link. Okay, and here I'll paste the link. Okay, so on this link you can get the code for this session, right? And for running this code, what you need to do, you simply have to make one index.html file. Okay, copy the code that I have provided and directly run index.html inside your browser. So you will also be able to see this kind of application. Okay, so as simple as that. Okay, how many hours long is this boot camp? Okay, this the objective of this boot camp is to build a to-do app that we have created. Okay, now there is the time for Q&A. So you can ask me any question answers if you have. Sir, how long local storage has the data? Okay, local storage has the data means every time, means it is not deleted until you delete it explicitly. Okay, so that data remains forever inside the local storage. Okay, but for that data to be there inside the local storage, you have to remember that your application should also be there, means your index.html file should also be there, right? So local storage every time. Okay, if I close this also, okay, I'll show you one demo. Okay, let us say I'll copy this URL and I have closed this window. Okay, now once again if I open this app, so you can see still my to do is there because it is in my local storage, so it will never get deleted from the local storage. Sir, can you explain Git and GitHub session, because it is very important nowadays? Make a session about GitHub. Yes, we will definitely schedule one session on Git and GitHub. Is it safe? Any personal matter? Just asking. What is safe? Is it cache, sir? No, cache is a different thing. Okay, cache is a different thing. Cache is generally done on the websites which take more time to load. Okay, so that is why we cache the website. Means we take its loading features. Okay, and then whenever we once again open the website, so it loads fastly. So that is because of the cache. Okay, quiz link is already there in the chat box, so you can go to the quiz. So I'll just give you one demo how to give this quiz. Okay, I'll just click the link. Okay, when you click the link, okay, you will land on a page like this. Okay, you can click on start test. Okay, so when you will click on start test, it will ask you to create one account. Okay, so you can continue with Google or you can create one account, right? So I can click on this email ID, right? Okay, after it is asking me the mobile number and all these things. Okay, so you have to give your mobile number and you can also give your college name and you can click on get started and your quiz will be started. Okay, can we create sessions for keeping the data, and if required we can destroy the session and local storage will be deleted? Yes, you can do it. Yes guys, any more doubt? Or quiz link is in the chat box, you can go and attempt your quiz. Okay, and if you want to connect with me, so I am available on LinkedIn, so you can search my name on the Google. Okay, so on the top you will get my LinkedIn profile. Okay, and I'm giving this LinkedIn profile link to you, so you can connect with me over the LinkedIn also. Cyber security boot camp is on 10th of October, 10th or 12th of October. Okay, can you please resend quiz link? Okay, quiz link, I'm pinning this quiz link. So I'm pinning the message in the chat box. Okay, so Quizlet is now on the top of your chat. Yes, Aditya. Yes, guys, kindly attend the quiz because without the quiz, you will not get your certificate. Salary for front end for beginners. Okay, you can expect between 3 to 5 LPA. 3 to 5 LPA is the beginner salary for front end developers. Yes, as I told you, cyber security bootcamp will be on 9th or 10th of October. Okay, guys. So I guess no one is having any doubt now. So we can wind up this session. Okay, and let's call it a day. So hopefully we will meet in our next webinar. So take care, happy coding, and love you all.